Well, my name's Rob Miles. My wife and I are the owners of Imperial River Company, which is a lodge and rafting operation that we operate in Maupin, Oregon. So that's where we are today. I'm on the project management team of the YE Central Oregon MicroEnterprise Facilitation project. And that I've been involved with the project for 3 years now, from the first time that several of us went to the observatory in Baker City. Going to the observatory in Baker City, I knew nothing about enterprise facilitation. I had no clue, had never heard of Ernesto Ceroli or the Ceroli Institute. I knew nothing about ripples from the Zambezi. So it was all news to me. And the way that Ernesto presented the information at the observatory was really powerful to me. I really grasped onto the trinity of management and how no one can be good at all of it. And so to me it was a huge relief to go to that and learn that, well, I should back up. I've always been told and mentored that no one can do it as good as you can. You're the owner, you have to be the best at it. You must be the best at marketing. No one can do it as good as you are. You're the owner. No one can manage the finances like you. It's your money. And so it's pounded, you know, the entrepreneurial myth was pounded into my head that it's you. You have to do it. No one can do it as good as you. And so learning that that's not true and that it's an incredible lie was huge to me. It was huge to me to learn that no one is good at all three of those, and that was very powerful. It was very powerful for me. I'm not the marketing guy. I hate marketing. It's the last thing on the face of the earth that I will do. We talked about how you need to do something that you love, and you need to have passion for what you do. And if you don't, it is a sin. It is a sin to not be passionately involved in what you're doing. You're not utilizing your skills, and you're not utilizing the talents that you have to the best of your ability. And so for me to force myself to do the marketing was just wrong. And I wasn't doing it. That's the bottom line, is I wasn't doing it, and I wasn't giving it justice at all. And so I really came away from that observatory with the idea that, well, with a whole new business model, essentially, that it doesn't have to be me. I guess not a business model, but a business implementation model, that it's not me. It doesn't have to be me. And if I get good people to work with me, they'll do a better job at it than I will. And so that was huge to me, and that was news. That's not at all the way that I'd been mentored in business and the ideals that I had. And so that was very powerful to me, and it's been very good for me. You know, I basically came home and hired a marketing director, and that's been huge. The things that he has done and the way that he has impacted my business has been fantastic, and that really is because of the trinity of management and the ideals of having a solid, just based on the ideals that no one can do it all themselves. And so that's been very powerful to me.
Okay.
It's very easy for me to recommend to someone to be involved with this project. And I can say that for purely selfish reasons. Where I am with my business and what I have in my life, I do not have time to mess with this project whatsoever. I don't have time to give and be. I don't have time to be altruistic about this. My altruism account is 0 at this point. So that brings up the question: why am I involved with the project? And that's a great question, and one that I'm surprisingly happy to answer, and surprising to me at what the answer is, because I didn't have time to go to the observatory when I went to the observatory, and it was one of the best things I've ever done business-wise, to be involved in that and learn some of these principles. So that continues from there, and it's for purely selfish reasons that I'm involved in this project, in that every time that I go to a meeting and I'm involved, I come away with more than I took. So it's always a positive thing. You run into somebody new, or you hear a new idea, or you just get your batteries charged a little bit about other people being in business and, you know, other good things going on. So why would I recommend that people be involved with this project? I would recommend that people be involved with this project because you get something out of it every time that you're involved. You can't give more to this project than it's going to give to you. That's try. Go ahead and try. Try to give more to this project and try to be a martyr. Try to come away with less than what you brought to it, and you're not going to. You can't. I don't even care if you're a Scrooge and you're trying to do it for all the wrong reasons. You're not going to come away with less than what you brought to the project. And that, to me, that's why I am still involved. That's why I keep coming. That's why I've rounded up the people that I have to be on the mentoring network, because these people need to, they need some of this good stuff too. There have been people that have been instrumental in keeping this project rolling along. To kind of really put your finger on who and how and why is, I think, again, very much a product of the project, or a product of the whole system, if you will, that it's hard to put your finger on.
Sure.
If enterprise facilitation can be internalized, or I should even say, if the trinity of management and sound business practices can be internalized by anyone to the level that I don't claim to be a super intelligent person, but if anyone can internalize it and it come home to them like it has to me, it will be extremely powerful in what they do, business-wise and personal-wise, and how it looks to the future. So if enterprise facilitation can get its feet on the ground and people can learn and accept and be involved in the simple truths, this is not rocket science. It's good business practices. It's not common sense, because common sense is certainly not common anymore. It's good sense. And using these good sense practices and simple methodologies of the trinity of management, you cannot help but do the right thing. And so any number of people doing the right thing, and in their business lives or in their jobs or their personal life, that's a very positive force in a community. So I think that we'll see some positive things. And I go back to my personal experience in this project, and I am not going to, this project is not validated on how many businesses it starts in my mind. This project is already complete. This project is already worthwhile for the people that are involved in it. And it moves, as it moves forward and we all feed off of it, it's only going to be better. And so, I guess, again, I go back to my selfish, non-altruistic view on the thing, that I don't have to look at what it does for other people, because it's already doing it for me. And it's already doing it for everybody else that's involved. I mean, Patricia Gainsforth is my favorite example. That she used to live in Halfway. And when she moved back to Bend, she was so actively involved with the Baker City Mentoring Network that she would drive back to Baker from Bend to go to the monthly meeting. Just to go to the meeting. She would drive from Bend to Baker. I'm going to say 6.5 hours. She'd drive 6.5 hours to catch a meeting that she's volunteering for 2 hours, and then go home. Why did she do that?
Pretty amazing.
Because it was worth it to her.
Yeah.
That's why she did it.